Dude, let's go. It looked pretty fast on the camera, so we're happy with it. We've got a little bit of a pump going. So front levers, we'll rack this back, do some drop sets, and then probably get into our next topic. What's up, deer? There's a little deer outside my window. Hey. Hey, get out of here. Get, deer. God, deer does not care. All right, you win this round. So quick topic before we get into our real topic, our juicy topic for the video is being a training newbie is awesome. Getting back into training is awesome because you're PRing every 5 seconds. It's amazing. What am I doing? We got 205 drop set. We'll probably do another AMRAP and just call it. One of my favorite ideas in all of fitness, I haven't seen this, and it becomes especially salient as you get older because it's going to get harder and harder to achieve. So let's talk about that topic. In order to imbue your training with meaning, in order to feel like you're really getting something done, you're accomplishing your goals, you gotta have a physical bucket list, okay? What is a physical bucket list? A physical bucket list is this idea that before I leave this earth, what do I want to be able to do physically with my body? I think we'll drop the Henri Thoreau quote here about doing cool stuff with your body. Yeah, what do you want to be able to do before you die? So for different people, that's going to be different things. I'll share you mine, but I'll give you some examples of others. So examples of things that are not my goals. Run a sub 3 hour marathon. Run like a 15-minute 5K, something crazy like that. Swim X amount of distance. Swim this fast. Score this score in golf, right? Like, I'm sure that's really valuable to some people. To me, that's not it. Here's what I think about that. Goals like that, endurance goals, kind of more skill-based goals, something like golf or bowling or something that you can do into your 90s, is not necessarily a physical bucket list goal because there's not an expiration date on that. Whereas running a sub 4.840, running, I don't know, maybe a sub 12 100, dunking a basketball, squatting 405, deadlifting 500, benching 315, power cleaning 315, doing a front lever, doing a one-arm chin-up, one-arm handstand. I know I want to be able to do a backflip. I haven't done a backflip in a minute. So doing a backflip in your 40s, that would be sick. But that's the bulk of it. You see how these have a higher barrier to entry, which is motivating for me. And hopefully you, as my wonderful, lovely followers and subscribers, you guys have similar type of goals. These kind of more performance-oriented goals, these really hard to achieve 0.01%er goals that are hard, and you got to put your feet on the pavement and get after it. But it's not like not everybody could do it. All we're going to do is 205, and we're going to try to get an AMRAP. And if I get above 6, I'll be proud of myself. If I get below 6, I'll still be proud of myself because I'm here. And no injuries, okay? So don't do something stupid for the camera. Oh my. All right, we got 10. 10 at 10. That sucked. Oh my gosh. So the value of having a physical bucket list is that it sort of distills what you're going to be doing in your training sessions. What would be even better and probably more valuable to achieve each one of these bucket list items is to have them all work synergistically. So let's take jumping high, for instance. It's really important that I'm able to put force into the ground so that I can go up, right? What are things that are going to help with that? Well, heck, if I had a 405 back squat, I'd probably be able to generate a lot of force into the ground, right? And a high deadlift would help with that too. That would also help with my sprinting and being able to put force into the ground. Sprinting are these kind of high impact, plyometric, high ground reaction time, force contacts with the ground. That's going to help with my jumping. The jumping is going to help with my sprinting. The sprinting and jumping are going to help with my barbell movements. And tying this all together, to throw back to an old video, it's all got to be about a sport. All of these things are going to help me be a better basketball player, because basketball is one of those things that I think I'm going to play until I'm 90. I'm going to play until they don't let me play anymore. It really all kind of came together. I have a document, I'll go ahead and share it with the screen right here, that has all my physical bucket list items on it. It's all listed, and it's kind of broken down into calisthenics, weightlifting, running, jumping kind of goals. And you'll see none of the goal, there's no fluff. There's no, everything kind of feeds into the other thing. And I think that's what's important, or not important, but just it helps, right? If it helps, if everything is working synergistically and building the other capacity, the other modality up. Whereas if you're kind of random, like, okay, here's a rant. Here's a rant. This one's worth having. If you're one of these new hybrid training athletes, if we can call them athletes, essentially, like, and I'm not trying to yuck somebody else's yum, but if you're doing Ironman and powerlifting, you can see how those are two opposite poles. Those are not going to help each other out. It's pretty incredible when somebody can be competent and good at both, but I don't think one helps the other. This is that sort of interference in training effect where it exists. It exists. To an extent, you can lessen the effects of the interference effect with smart training and placement of your training blocks throughout the week, but in totality, there's a reason Ironmen look the way they look, and there's a reason powerlifters, elite powerlifters, look the way they look, right? And I wouldn't expect an elite powerlifter to run as fast as an Ironman. Whereas if you're kind of an actual hybrid, kind of in between performance, strength, and conditioning athlete, you're going to look a certain way, probably going to have a little bit of muscle mass, you're going to be pretty lean, and you're going to be able to jump through the roof, you're going to be able to weightlift, you're going to be able to express force and power in your upper body and your lower body. And that's what we're trying to get after. So try to get a physical bucket list. Try to have the goals feed into each other. And if they don't, that's okay. You're just creating another challenge to achieve what's valuable to you. Last little thing, don't let some influencer, guilty, tell you what you need to do, or just recognize that it's individual, right? And your goals are going to be different from other people. But as long as they're your goals, it's going to be motivating to go train. No one's going to have to put a gun to your head to go bench press or golf or train for your marathon or go to the track and train your sprinting. It's going to be fun. Your life is going to be more enriched. So I'm going to get more coffee and finish up this workout.